Hello, everyone out there. My name is Chance Landry, and I am Lipanipachi, and welcome through Indian Eyes. And today we're going to be talking about, I'm going to be telling you about all the foods we had before Columbus came to the Americas, and we're going to go through them. I don't know every single thing there is to know about every single indigenous food that we had here. And for those that don't know what indigenous means, it means the native foods, or I'm going to be talking about indigenous means the natives of an original or the original people or foods of a land. So here we go. We're going to start off with the tomato. Now, the tomato, a lot of people think came from, or, we eat delicious things, right? Like pizza and spaghetti and chicken a la king, all these wonderful things. I think chicken a la king is Italian. But anyway, we eat all these wonderful foods and that come from Italy. At least we thought they came from Italy, but I'm sure they might have had these recipes there. I don't even know if Italians eat pizza in Italy, and I don't know if they have the same foods, recipes that we have here in the Americas, really. But regardless, they couldn't make any of those recipes without this little tiny tomato. Now, this tomato right here, the Incas would grow it. Actually, the Incas did not grow it. It kind of grew wild out in the Inca mountains. And they're real tiny, is what most people don't know, is they were almost pea size. But they would grow in a grove just like maybe grapes do. And they would grow them. I know that they had trading, because I know that the Aztec people got a hold of them and they domesticated them and made them a little bit bigger. The tomato I know that we eat today has less than 7% or 8% of the original DNA of these little tiny tasty things. And they still grow in the mountains. It's just that they're very rare, to get to. At least that's what I read. So after the tomato, which was an indigenous food, another indigenous food that we had, a native food, was corn. And I love corn. I love all the fruits and vegetables, actually, that are indigenous to the Americas. And I still make recipes. All my recipes usually have some kind of indigenous food in it, and I'm sure as it does for you today. But the corn was grown here for thousands and thousands a year. It was one of our main staples. There were many type corns that we had, and of course the popular popcorn originated here in the Americas, and it's a special type of corn, a different type of breed of corn that they make popcorn out of. Tidbit of information there about popcorn. And another, of course, is the squashes that we have here. They were all different types of squash. We had many, many vegetables and many things to choose from. They were all grown wild. A lot of them were domesticated, and squash was one of them. Another one that I kind of like, but I can't eat it too much. It's like, oh gosh, I'll burn for like 4 or 5 hours, and that is the hot pepper, hot chili peppers. And the hot chili peppers used to be used in all kinds of dishes, but not, you can make it really hot, you can make it kind of hot. But a lot of people think that chili peppers come from China, because China has these wonderful hot sauces and things that we eat when we go to Chinese restaurants or Japanese restaurants. But actually they are indigenous to the Americas. Now, a lot of these things that I'm showing you now are grown in other parts of the world now. Since when Columbus discovered America, a lot of people took a lot of the seeds and a lot of the fruits and vegetables with them, mainly seeds though. Okay, and another pepper that we have here that is indigenous to the Americas, of course, is the yellow pepper, and the red peppers, and the orange peppers, and these, of course, are made with some wonderful recipes, especially around Thanksgiving time, harvest time, and wonderful time of the year. I always add them to my turkey dressing. Another vegetable that I absolutely love, and this one was especially grown in Mexico, and that is the avocado. I absolutely love avocados. There's some great recipes that you can make with them. Salads and all kinds of things. Put them on your, tacos, on the blue corn tortilla tacos, and with beans, and just all kinds of wonderful things like they've done for thousands and thousands of years here. I love the avocado. And actually, avocado, I don't know the, let's see, no, I don't know the word in Aztec for this vegetable here. But I know that it is an Aztec word. And potatoes, wow, look at potatoes of all kinds. I don't know if you can see them. It's getting kind of late out here. It's evening, so the sun is going down, and I'm trying to do this before the sun goes down. And it's just daylight saving time just came on. Okay, right. So potatoes, a lot of people we think of Idaho potatoes, and we also think of Ireland when they had their potato famine. But no, actually potatoes originated in the Americas. They had never seen a potato before. There's all kinds of varieties of potatoes, and there's another one called cavassa. It's a long brown type of tuber, and they're all delicious. Really, I love potatoes. But I gotta watch my diet every once in a while, so I'll eat them though every once in a while. Love the potato. And another thing that we had here in the Americas that grew indigenously, and that was wild rice. They're not this big, of course, it's a close-up of wild rice. And but it's just the regular size wild rice. It's very delicious. I've had some, and it's quite good, actually. Love it. Love wild rice. I don't have it too often, though. And another thing that we grew, of course, were all type of variety of beans. In this photo, I think you might be able to see the black and white bean that has the black and white spots on it. That was actually an Anasazi bean that they found at the Anasazi sites. I don't know if it's politically correct to say Anasazi anymore, but anyway, they found these beans, and they're growing them today, and shoot, they're over 1,000 years old, and people hadn't eaten them since the Anasazi disappeared, and they found some beans there, and they put them to use, and now you can get them at H-E-B and Kroger's. So try them out if you get a chance. They're very good. Another thing that we had here in the Americas that I don't know how many people knew about, but they were the maple syrup. And you can see a young lady there with her bucket, Native American woman, with her bucket and a spigot of some kind. She's just put it in there, and it's pouring it into the bucket. And we've had syrup for a long, long time, and sweeten up many things, all kinds of desserts and things. Another, oh God, okay, like this one is my favorite. It was like chocolate. I don't know if you know it or not, but chocolate is an original food from the Americas. The Europeans had never ever seen any of these foods before that I'm showing you today. And when they were first served the chocolate, the Incas would serve it with sweet, and they would also serve it bitter. But the first time that they gave it to the Europeans, they only served it to them bitter. And I'm glad they did, because if they hadn't, they probably would have just gone mad right at that moment if they had tasted it with vanilla and sugar. Oh my goodness, like I love chocolate milk, or anything with chocolate candy, chocolate, you name it. But the thing is that they knew that if they gave them the chocolate with the vanilla and sweet, that they would probably take it all, like they had done so many other things. So they hid the, actually, which I'm about to go to the next one, which is the vanilla. And the vanilla comes from, you know, the Peruvian area. And they were the ones that they hid this from the Spaniards actually for 200 years because they knew they were going to go wild with it like they did with everything else. You know, they thought they were going to take it all, and they wouldn't just take a little bit of something, they would take it all. And the next one, of course, everybody knows and loves, and that is the cranberry. Cranberries. Love cranberry juice. So many dishes that you can make with these wonderful berries. And another one, which I'm not too fond of, is a persimmon. See if I can hold that without... There it goes. Persimmon. And they're a nice fruit. It's a good fruit, but it's not one of my favorites. But this one is. Love the pineapple. My favorite. Another one is the blueberry. A lot of people don't know that blueberries are indigenous to this land. Papaya. Not too fond of this one. But I like them. I like them all. And of course, there's the strawberries. The wild strawberries. We also had another fruit like the strawberries, a blackberry. We call them dewberries in Texas. And of course, pumpkins. We love pumpkins. This is a pumpkin season right now. I absolutely love pumpkins, pumpkin seeds, pumpkin pie. You name it, I love it. And of course, the old pecan. The old staple. It's one of my favorite nuts. It is my favorite nut, actually. And the cashew. And the last but not least is the peanut. And there's a lot of other foods, you know, that are indigenous to these lands. I didn't get them all. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back next time. Through Indian Eyes.